Alex is truly a remarkable child. From the very first day that I met him, I realized that he was a kid who has a long and difficult life before I saw him and the possible future of tougher times ahead.
He was not supposed to live to see 5 years old, and he was not supposed to live to see 10 years old. He has accomplished so much more than I ever could have hoped.
My name is Alex. I am 14 years old and I have mitochondrial disorder.
The first time we heard mitochondrial disease mentioned was when he was 3. After 3.5 years of searching, there was some relief in knowing what we were dealing with, but it's a horrible diagnosis to get, so there was a lot of fear along with it.
The mitochondria are a very important part of our cells. In fact, they're the parts of the cell that make energy. So when one has a mitochondrial disorder, it means that each individual cell is not able to properly make energy. And the effect of this can be disastrous, meaning that almost the whole of the body can have a problem.
Because of the disorder, I cannot eat, I cannot drink, I have limited physical activity, so no sports, and I can't go to school.
So Alex takes about 40 doses of medication through his feeding tube each day. Additionally, he gets IV medications. He is hooked up to some kind of pump, really almost 24 hours a day. On top of that, he gets stuck with a minimum of 3 needles a week. He has a port that has to be accessed, and he has an infusion that's 2 needles. And so just our daily care is pretty intense.
I've known Alex for about 5 years now, and from day one that I've met them, we've always talked about we can't predict how long he is going to live because he is so much at risk for an acute event. He had 5 hospitalizations in 2017, and I would say 2 of those were life-threatening.
It has been really hard to have a child who cannot eat. So many traditions and so many holidays are based around eating, and trying to form traditions and make meaningful memories and make traditions in our family that don't involve food has definitely been a challenge.
He struggles with anxiety. I'm sure he has depression just because of his situation, but he seeks out resources to help with that. So again, he's looking at ways, how do I adapt to this? He's very good at focusing on what works, on what's good, while trying not to spend too much time and thinking about why can't I eat? Why can't I just be a normal kid?
I guess the things that keep me positive are my friends, my family, church, improv, and gaming.
I get the privilege to play violin with him. I call it a fiddle, but he's always correcting me and says it's a violin. And really the technique, the way he plays, it is a violin, but we have a blast. He comes in some days with his appointments and you can tell he doesn't feel good, but still always has a smile. He brightens everybody's world.
Family is important to me because without family, you really can't keep a smile on your face. Everyone in my family helps me keep a smile on my face, helps me stay positive. My younger sister has the same disease I do. She is my pride and joy. She keeps me going every waking moment, and I love her very much.
Watching Alex mentor his sister and love his sister has been my favorite part of this journey. I always find him reading to her, singing lullabies to her at bedtime. He is so patient with her, and as she has her own medical challenges, he has really helped her through the fear of that.
When I walk through the doors of Cook's, it's just happiness and joy. Everything is so vibrant. There are some doctors and some nurses that I just really like seeing, and I know it's going to be a good day after I see them. Everything is just happy there.
The love of the staff, the attention to not just Alex and treating him as a whole person and not just a patient, but also to making sure that the entire family is cared for, is like nothing I have ever seen in another facility.
One day I hope to get into a good college, and I also hope to find the right person and start a family of my own.
He is a true example of a stoical young man who just gets on and does what needs to be done and does not look at the past and looks to the future.
He is not letting this disease define him. He's not letting it defeat him. He's not letting it be a disability. He focuses on what his abilities are, and it's just amazing.
The fact that he gets out of bed and puts a smile on his face with what he has to go through really changes who I am as a person and who everyone who knows him is, because you can't see what he goes through and the way he lives his life and find complaints about little things that bother most people.
There are a lot of kids that have different illnesses, and I hope to be an ambassador to them and prove that even in the darkest of times, you can still be happy, you can still have a good life, and I hope they follow in my footsteps.